Magandang hapon mga kababayan. Welcome to Kababayan LA, and I know that you're probably wondering because this is a very different setting for you. It's not something that you're familiar with. You're probably wondering where we're at right now. We are actually here at the Enchanted Farm in Bulacan. This is a Gawad Kalinga village and more. And I say more because they're doing something very special here, trying to attain and reach self-sustainability for our kababayans living here in the village. And this afternoon on Kababayan LA, I actually feel very privileged that we were able to visit this place because we're not only I'm not only enjoying the scenery, it's very green. I'm also learning a lot and getting inspired by the stories of our kababayan. Today on the show, we're going to meet some of those kababayans whose lives were changed because of Gawad Kalinga. Also on the show today, some of our young kababayans doing extraordinary things. One of them even turned her back on a Fulbright scholarship just to work for the poor and with the poor here in the Philippines. Very inspiring. Let's meet all of them today on the show.
Help me make a stand. Take me by the hand. Make the world understand that if I could see a single bird, what a joy is tired and hungry.
Gawad Kalinga continues to push. You have set, some people said an impossible goal with building homes and all that, and you reached it, and now you have a new project with Enchanted Farm, talking about teaching people how to be self-sustainable. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, the first 7 years of Gawad Kalinga, our goal was to show the world that through the greatness of the Filipino spirit, that landowners will share the land with the landless. And that those who believe in beautiful homes in the Philippines and abroad will build also decent homes for those who are living in shanties. And those who have good jobs will even help build farms for food sufficiency. So, and we have shown that that we can do it on a massive scale if every Filipino now will start to really work together to build the Filipino dream. And that is a country that will be out of poverty.
And this is one model, I think, Enchanted Farm. This is a Gawad Kalinga village, but more. Can you tell us why it's more?
Well, it's more because now it brings now the Gawad Kalinga community to the next level. So from just land and houses, we're now talking now about sustainable building sustainable communities, providing livelihood, jobs through social entrepreneurship. And so this place is very unique in the sense that it now also attracts the brightest and the best from our business and management schools, starting with Ateneo, LaSalle, and UP, now to really consider the Philippines as the best place to invest their time and talent.
When you say social entrepreneurship, it's different from just building a business. Can you expound on that?
Well, it's different. Just building a business is commercial business, and this is a social business. So this really now is a new model of business where which applies what we call enlightened capitalism, where we talk about profit with a bigger social conscience. So it pays not pays just wages, no, but really looks at the needs of the poor, to provide them quality of life. But it also develops farmers and gives them higher than market prices, but really investing also in improving their quality of life and their capacity to produce. So it's also a good business investment because it expands your raw material base.
I like this concept of walang iwanan eh. Like you're enriching yourself through the business, but then at the same time, you're not just enriching just yourself and the generations that may come after you, but then everyone you take along with you.
Well, because I work with young people. I want this new generation to learn from the mistakes of my generation. We just went for the simple commercial business because we thought that was where the world was growing, to be competitive, to be ahead of the pack. We didn't realize that in our country, what really our goal is to be able to succeed, but success is measured in terms of how many poor families you bring with you. It's not just just being the first to cross the finish line, but to bring as many people to cross the finish line with you.
How are you able to influence and convince the young ones, the ones with a promise, the one who even turned her back on a Fulbright scholarship to work with Gawad Kalinga?
I think they have seen proof of concept. If they can now, they're starting to see that the work is sustainable. They see now lives being transformed, and they see that we're creating actually Gawad Kalinga communities as a massive platform for economic development, for good citizenship, for productivity, for wealth creation.
The Filipinos are now being more progressive and being more aware and involved with what's happening in the community, bigger than themselves. But then at the same time, that's why you make us proud, all the recognitions you get for the Philippines. But it's easy to get to drown in all this recognition, and even when you reach a goal, it's easy to just stop and just say, okay, I've reached my goal and that's it. I'm just going to bask in the glory. What keeps you grounded and what keeps you going?
Well, I never lose sight of of what this is all about. This is all about my country. This is all about the poor. This is all about my people. It's never about me. And it's such a privilege just to be given the opportunity to really contribute in our own little way, to helping our country rise. We know that even the most ordinary Filipinos, they also have the potential for excellence, for craftsmanship, not just given the opportunity because the entrepreneurs have left the country or they're working for rich corporations from other countries. What we have discovered that the root of our poverty is that our disconnection, that the graduates of the top universities who control wealth and power in this country, or who make powerful decisions for big corporations abroad, are disconnected from majority of our people who are still victims of injustice, who are being neglected and abandoned. So now I think this is an awakening for all of us, and I'm simply amazed because young people now are attracted also to the proposition that there is a great future for them in this country.